Okay, so this video will be mainly to go through the heights and the map to really understand the land. So okay, we have all the bures, so the bungalows, are approximately 400 mil. Well, this is a bit higher, but 400 mil from the grass that drops to the water approximately 2.5 meters. So the high tide, then there is a low tide, but the high tide is approximately 2.5 meters to the finished floor level of the. So then we have the grass that drops like by half meter, and then another meter to the rock, then another meter to the high tide. This is more or less the general thing. So the land will slope up a little bit, but in here at the back, it flattens. Yeah. So the height start where those palm trees are, start going up again, and I think it goes about 4 meters. I would say 3-4 meters by the time it gets to the road. These rocks, which are quite crucial because we're proposing the main building in here, are about 2 meters in height, and it's fairly flat above here. I'll show where it is on the plans. So if I go here, if these are the houses and this is the coast, so I'm now walking in here, and this is the area where the reception is going to be, which makes like a cliff like that, 2 meters in height. Then it drops on that side. So yeah, we have some rocks in here, but the point is where that piece of road comes is up. Yeah, it's about 2 meters because it's a bit higher than my eyes. Yeah, so we come here, and this is 2 meters from these guys, and in here is where we should do like an entry, maybe a temporary parking, then maybe a L-shaped building in here, and the reception building looking at this view. So this is the grass, and then in here we have the reception building right in here. Then we can walk through the reception building. So remember that on this side we have we can grow this way with lower accommodation, like maybe 2-level. It can be like rooms, and then once we cross, this is the reception, then this area is also like prime area. It can be used for, the point is to really access to the garden. So this will be the hanging out area. Maybe the reception building is actually low, in here. So the idea is that through here, around the corridor, the small cliff, this one, people access through the house from the back. That is the parking, and then on that side there is plenty of land to do apartment buildings. In this area we have probably like a communal accommodation, and then even the reception building can start from here. And then I think this area here is the feature area. So I think that the reception building should be there on the edge, with parking and facilities for backpacker accommodation. But this area should be the main hanging out with the pool, and the pool would be interesting to have it like inbuilt on in between, like a mix of pool, deck, and lava in between these things. So areas like, for example, this thing here could be maybe dug a little bit, so and then render the internal part of this as to do like a pool, like a kids pool, like the Cesar Manrique pool in Canary Islands, and then it could be other bigger pools, like in this, like if they were natural pools inbuilt in the lava, and then deck, on the sides. I mean, these pools will be awesome because it has the nice views. They are next to the reception, they are next to the accommodation, they are also next to the bar, and the logistics. So then I would say that there is somehow like a deck or some timber steps that are floating above the lava, and then it gets to this place, which I think is actually quite convenient, because this could be sort of an entry point with a small cabin for water activities. That should be okay. Then maybe there's another building that is needed, because this is just the information point. But they can also sell some drinks. So it's the first point of getting into the beach through like a portico here. I think it would be very good. Moreover, there is a road access here, and then the beach area, which is pretty cool. So in this esplanade, so I'm in the center, I would make provision for the reception building, the entry of the building. Then there are some parking area here, which is good, but needed in a central point. And I would create like a screen of built-in screen with that it can be modulated and grow that way up to that road, with a more affordable accommodation, so they can increase the numbers of users. So you have this building, then the main building of reception, where people just get here and pick up point, etc. Then as you cross, maybe the deck or the roof can go down and become this lava garden. I think it would be fantastic. So it's the pool and deck and everything that goes to the beach area, and is central from everywhere. So on this area, part of the property, I think that given that there is still good views and is a bit more spacious, maybe there is can be up to subdivision, maybe, for bigger homes that has some sort of lease agreement with the resort just to use the facilities, maybe something like this, or maybe apartment block that it could be also quite interesting. Ideally they go up by for where I'm standing, like one level, and then one level up or two levels up, and they have fantastic views on the horizon, and there is plenty of area to grow that type of accommodation, which might require a separate entry. So maybe that entry comes here and serves internally all the apartments, with a central point like a roundabout in the middle, and then there are apartments everywhere, and especially maybe on the edge. I know how. Finally, on this area of the property, I think there would be interesting to have some villas, maybe a bit bigger than the bungalows, for families, that are in between the trees. So maybe there is one in here, and they work also on as a service apartment or something like this. Airbnb look, which is probably what people now start to look for. So they can use the parking facilities, and they have yeah, the houses on this side. Hey guys. Yeah, there's people here actually. Yeah, so all this road sort of bounds the limit on that property. Yeah. So there is plenty of room to have houses, like hidden houses, maybe timber look houses. I don't know, maybe timber or concrete, but the house will be in between. Now it's a problem if there is another hurricane with the trees. That's a bit of a hazard, but I guess we can work something out. Yeah, and then if we look this way, we'll have the building of the cheaper accommodation, like looking that way, maybe looking more into the ocean. And then this part maybe is reserved as a gardens. So gardens is nothing really happening here, just gardens and coconuts and popo trees. They can be shift in here. So because this is quite nice. Then that sort of a park basically. So from this road here, that goes to the diving or the concrete platform that is just there. All this area should be, in my opinion, like a park that also has the views. The restaurant is there, sort of under the control of everyone. Some grass, and also to minimize the amount of grass that have to be looked after, because that sometimes is a bit of it can be a massive overhead. We can have some more houses on these areas, or leave it to grow a bit wild, and then have some small path. So this road, I mean, it could serve those small villas, and probably they can be rented as Airbnb. I think this is all light up, properly light. Will be quite nice. Again, this is the back of the restaurant. The restaurant doesn't need to be there, but I think it's a good location. Only that this part of the building have to probably be removed, because there should be some sort of access. So, I mean, I think that this should be like a road to administer supplies and stuff like that, and access the jetty. And also, these trees are probably the most amazing tree I've ever seen in my life. It's just crazy, and I think it should be like a feature of Live and Touch. These ones, and these probably have to go, minimize the restaurant, and so there is some access to the back of the property, because if there is a jetty, at some point people like to, I mean, there might be the need of accessing with a vehicle, a small yacht or something like this, and well, I mean, that can be costly, but it's a big asset, having the ability to launch a small boat or to repair a boat or stuff like that without depending on other stuff. So since there is the opportunity for a jetty, I think there should be some access to it. Or even for construction, just to build it.